Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
On today's episode, some pretty good stuff. We've been wanting to share it with you for months, but we really couldn't. Back in February, CNN paid us a visit. Not CNN USA, CNN Brazil. A lovely crew. We're going to show you highlights of that visit.
And there's a lot of debate about the turnpike noise.
A fear of insects in Florida? Are you kidding me?
Who has a fear of insects? And children driving golf carts.
Is there a lack of parking in the squares?
And the police cause a ruckus in our neighborhood.
Finally caught up to us. Now, we talked about nature last week. I want to show you this video. We were at Escambia Golf Course, and I noticed something shiny far away. I mean, this was far away, 500 feet away, and a puff of smoke. And something shiny was there, and another puff of smoke. And I went over to check that out, and it was this great big turtle. It's a soft-shelled turtle, and he's a cool-looking animal. But he was reaching down.
It wasn't a he.
It was a she. It was a she. Because she was laying eggs. And she was reaching into a hole and scooping out dirt. Then she'd switch legs and scoop out with the other leg and laying eggs in that hole. So that was so cool to see.
Beautiful.
But we had the question last week about nature, and we see it all around us. We love it. We love the nature here.
It's time for shout-outs. The first picture here is Jim and Sandra. They're from California, and I think they're buying a house in Case and Hammock.
And here's Linda Wheeler. Now, she bumped into us at McGrady's Pub last week, and she had the gentleman with her, and they took a picture, but they didn't tell us his name.
Oh.
He didn't look all that thrilled, to tell you the truth.
This is Donna Walden. She's a kindergarten teacher like me.
Bumped into her down at Homestead Rec Center.
We sure did.
This great-looking couple is Doug and Francie. They're going to take up e-biking. They wrote us, and we got to meet them over at St. Catherine the other day. Mm-hmm. And now here's Carolyn's kitty cat. Now that's London, and she loves Gizmo and us, she said. And we're so glad that you watch.
And by the way, look at this cute little bandana. Tori Rowland made that for Gizmo.
Look
and
at
it's
that.
got cute little fire hydrants on it.
He likes it. Tom and Melissa, they say they finally made it here from Aurora, Ohio. Here they are waiting out a rainstorm at RJ Gators. And you see what I did here? They sent two individual pictures and I put them together. That's a lot more work. Don't do that. Send us one landscape picture.
This is Doug Spiker and his bride. They're wanting to learn more about the villages.
They say they're planning a trip, and we'll see them when they get here. Well, check out Ron and Nancy. Here they are at Grandview Clydesdales. Now, we did a show about Grandview Clydesdales. What an amazing animal, those giant beasts.
They are beautiful.
I love them. I love them. They had a great time and recommend that to everyone.
I bumped into Wendy at Colony Plaza.
What were you doing over there?
I was shopping.
Here's Karen and Bob. They're from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There are a lot of people from the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah, there are.
And they're new residents of St. Catherine. What a nice couple.
Will and Jackie are from California, and they are getting a new home in DeLuna. Boy, that place is popping full of people.
It is. It's
popping like popcorn.
But we have noticed so many people from California. That is a long trip.
It is a long trip. I can't imagine going all the way across the United States.
I can top it, though.
Oh, I know you can.
These three folks are from Port Angeles, Washington.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, they just bought a new home in DeLuna. And they bought an awesome Ion XL golf cart. There it is. Welcome, Tamara, Keith, and Susan. Now, Keith, I would tell you, cheer up a little bit. But I know you just spent almost $500,000, so I get it. This is Steve. Steve wrote us a letter and said that he married a younger lady. and he wondered if he could bring her along. We'll talk about that in just a little bit.
And this is Connie and Russ. They also moved to DeLuna, and they're from Chicago, Illinois.
DeLuna. It's just really taken off down there.
Mm-hmm.
They said they wish they'd come here sooner.
Most people do say that.
Here's Jerry and Sandy. They're from Cincinnati, Ohio. They bought a home in Citrus Grove. Now they planned to be snowbirds, but they came down here, they loved it, and they went back and put their home up for sale. They're moving down full time.
They changed their mind.
Welcome to you both.
Carmine and Michelle just finished a lifestyle visit for 4 days, and they said that wasn't long enough.
They're ready to come back for more.
Yeah.
Jeff and Maggie Beeson. Check these guys out. That's a colorful outfit. I love it. Very patriotic. They just purchased a fully furnished home in Caroline, and they're wondering what the heck are they going to do with 2 full houses full of furniture.
Oh, no. That's a dilemma. And here is Jeff and Ramona, and they're from our old stomping grounds, Louisville, Kentucky.
They've scheduled a lifestyle visit and say that they just can't wait. Paul and Kathy Thorpe are from Texas, and they sent this picture. They said it's his baby. It's a motorcycle.
Oh.
He's an avid rider. He goes by the name Nap Time.
Nap time? I
That's
hope
a
he's not
good name.
napping while he's on the bike.
He was wondering, I'm going to go ahead and ask his question right now,
Sure.
how the villages would accept a biker dude, you know, that he likes bikes, loud motorcycles. They love him. They just absolutely love to have you as a neighbor down south of 44, way down there.
And I think there's a lot of bicycle clubs around.
Yeah, and motorcycle clubs.
I mean, motorcycle clubs. The Rose Leaves sent us a picture, and they are moving here in January. Can't wait.
In the intro, you heard her mention that the police caused a ruckus here. This is a good point, and some of you will rest easier hearing this. There's a community watch that comes through all the neighborhoods all day long. Mm-hmm. They're little white vehicles. They have property of the villages written on the side. And a person that's taken note. Are there newspapers in the driveway? Mm-hmm. Does the house look safe? Are the doors shut? And at nighttime, in the middle of the night, are the garage doors shut?
Right.
And they will alert the proper authorities if it's not. Well, they came to our door twice to ask about the people next door, who are snowbirds, in a sense. Not the true snowbirds. Well, they're more like, we're here for a month and away for a month, and then here for a week and away for a month, and here.
Snowflakes or something, I don't know.
Yeah. And we told them that. Then the police showed up at our door, and they wondered what's going on next door. Well, we told them, but they had to check. So we were able to get in contact with the owner. He was out of state, and he also has a roommate, and that roommate was out of state. Mm-hmm. But there you are. Your police department is checking. They're trying to make sure we're all safe and sound, and that made me feel good that they went to that.
It did make me feel good. I feel very safe because of the neighborhood watch.
Thanks to all of you last week that for a couple reasons, really. I mean, I was coughing and hacking, and I'm good. I feel great.
Yes.
And everything's going good. But some of you want to know how my dermatologist appointment came out, and it was pretty good. I mean, I had 3 biopsies. 2 of them need just a future spray. What is that? Liquid nitrogen?
Yes.
But one of them was this, what is it called? Squamous cell cancer. So I have to have a little Mohs surgery up here on my face. Oh. So I'm not going to be quite as pretty for a while. But I don't have that till mid-August. So enjoy me for another month or so. But it'll be fine. And I've got a great team over at Alliant Dermatology that's going to be working on me. And they've even said we can bring you some of the show. What do you think of that? Too much information?
TMI?
No, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting, especially if you're going to need that surgery in the future.
Sure.
Remember those strange spots in our yard last week? All those little streaks, and the grass was basically dead.
Yeah, it looked bad.
We've had some rain. We sprinkled. It looks almost normal. Take a look. Who came to see us?
CNN Brazil came to visit us in February.
Yeah, we were looking so forward to that, and then we got COVID. Mm-hmm. So when they came, we were just rebounding from COVID. We didn't feel good, but the show came out spectacular. We're going to put a link to this show. It's an hour-long show about the villages. And we were one of their points of contact here. So they worked with us and they came in. That host, Pedro Andrade, fantastic TV personality. We think he's really something. He's going to go far. I think you'll like him too. But watch that, and we'll close out the show today with Pedro and show you a little more of that.
Our first question today, this is from Deal Breaker. Are the insects as bad as we have heard? I'm afraid of bugs.
We've said this before, and like all of our advice and all of our shows, they're going to overlap with things we've already said. You know, we have people asking us questions we answered 3 weeks ago. But in this case, bugs are a big fear. And don't worry about it. As long as you keep your spraying up.
Yeah.
And by the way, our lawn service uses, what do you call it? Non-toxic sprays.
Yeah, pet friendly.
They're toxic to the bugs, I hope.
Right.
But we see fewer bugs here, honest to goodness,
Yes, we do.
than we saw in Indiana. In Indiana, we had bugs everywhere. I mean, they were crawling up the walls,
they were
centipedes,
crawling.
silverfish, cockroaches. Oh, it was horrible.
You make us think we were living in a...
Not really.
No.
But we did see more bugs in our house up there. Crickets.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
we had some crickets.
Here it's rare. Once in a while we'll find those teensy-weensy little, what do they call them, sugar ants or whatever, the little bitty ones.
Yes, yes.
And
they call them ghost ants.
Do they? They treat those by putting just little dabs of some sort of poison
Yeah.
in your light switches, right behind the plates where
The
he
plates.
can't get to them, we don't touch it, but the ants like it. They go to it, and we very seldom have a problem with it.
No.
And you may be afraid of La Cucaracha,
The cockroach.
the palmetto bugs.
Yeah.
We hear it all the time. Oh, those palmetto bugs will carry you away. We haven't seen any. We saw 2 in 3.5 years. And, you know, you leave your garage door open, things can come in. But the bugs are not terrible here. Here's one, though. This was not too far from here in the neighborhood, a black widow spider in a lanai. So if you find spiders on your lanai, don't go picking them up.
No.
They'll bite you. Adrienne writes, Jerry and Linda, we purchased a courtyard villa without AC in the lanai and the garage where the dryer and washer is. The lanai has a ceiling fan, but it doesn't do much. And the garage door is insulated, but it's still very hot. What are my alternatives to cool off? Good question. We did a lifestyle visit back in 2018.
Right.
We had a beautiful courtyard villa.
Yeah.
The washer and dryer was in the garage. It was October 16th. It was hot in that garage.
So hot.
I mean, just the thought of me doing that laundry out there.
Again, dusting and laundry, Jerry, I don't think so.
It seriously is very hot. So what are your alternatives? They sell an attic exhaust that's thermostatically controlled that can suck hot air out of your garage, out of your attic mostly. We have a little window unit. Now you can't have an air conditioner. You can't have anything that protrudes, but we have one that's flush with our window that blows hot air out that we use on the hottest days. Some people have a portable air conditioner. You've seen them. They're on the floor. They have a hot air intake and a cold air return, and they don't do a fantastic job because it's a hard job when your garage is 95 to 100 degrees.
Yeah, Jerry,
But they'll help.
Jerry's even put a big fan in the corner of our garage over his workbench. A great big giant circle fan, you know, one of those big ones.
Like you'd see in a shop, I mounted it on the wall,
Yeah.
and we connected it to Alexa. So when I go out there, if I say it, it's going to come on. I say, turn on the fan, and the fan will come on and cool it down. You know, but it's hot in these garages. If you have a workshop in the summertime and you want to work in your garage, it's going to be tough. Some people put a motorized screen
I like that idea.
or a non-motorized screen. But I mean, let's face it, if it's 95 outside, it's still going to be 95 in your garage if you open the garage door or if you use the screen, right? That's a little hot. I wouldn't plan on doing a whole lot outside in the summertime because I don't think you can cool down your garage a whole lot. The other option, the best option, is a mini split air conditioner.
Right.
Most people that use them in their lanais.
Yeah.
We have one.
And we've seen them in garages.
That's just a big air conditioner. You keep the garage shut, you turn on the mini split, it would probably do a good job while your electrical meter went like that.
That's true.
Yeah. And the mini split, they cost about $5,000 or so, maybe up, maybe down.
This next question. Since it is hot and humid in Florida most of the year, have you noticed a greater mold problem, especially in showers, toilets, etc., than when you lived in Indiana? Or does the air conditioning prevent that from being a problem? And that's from Susan, the mold hater. Well, we have seen mold a little bit in the showers, and that's because I don't clean as often as I should. But it does get humid in the bathroom, and they say the best thing to do about mold is to make sure you have a lot of fans going or air circulation through your home. And especially if you're gone on a holiday or you're gone for an extended period of time, make sure their temperature in your house will kick on your air conditioning so that there is some airflow in the house.
Back home in Indiana, we had a large walk-in shower, and it had a glass panel,
Right.
which would get white with minerals, and you would have to keep that clean. Of course, we had a tile wall and floor. But here, I think, like you said, you got to keep that air circulating. And with these big Roman showers like we have, there's a lot of places for mold and residue.
Yes, and I called today in a service called ServPro, and they were very knowledgeable about it, and they deal a lot with mold and that kind of thing to get rid of it. Make sure you have good airflow, the humidistat maybe on your, what is that called? Humidistat. Is there a temperature gauge or something that you put your furnace on? I don't know.
We're going to have to do a show that talks about what to do when you leave your house for 2 days, 3 days, a week. They say you need to keep the air moving in your home. You can't just shut down that air conditioner to save money. You've got to keep it, because no doors will be opening and shutting while you're gone. That's why they have those services that come in and flush your toilets, open your doors, air things out a little bit, keep it going. We'll talk about that on a future show. Sharon brought up a really good point. She said, did you know that smoke alarms need to be replaced every 10 years? We did not know that.
No. I think there's a service about that too. If you tell the fire department and you buy the new detectors, they will actually come and put them in for you. And if you get the batteries and the new detectors, they will come and put it in for you.
Right, and she sent us that and a number to contact them, and you can see it on your screen there, the Public Safety Department. The kind of story we don't like to talk about. A grandmother with her grandchild, 9 years old, had a golf cart wreck this week, and it really hurt the grandma.
Oh my.
And we found out that in Florida, that a child must be 14 years old to legally drive a golf cart. And she's seen it a lot this week.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of grandchildren.
Summertime, there are lots of grandchildren, and they are driving those golf carts. Guilty, but it's dangerous. Our golf cart goes 20. Down a hill, it might go 23.
Yes.
If that tire just gets over and hits the curb, it can cause a turnover. Cars are coming by on the left side on the multimodal path.
Yeah.
It's just nowhere for a child.
Not on those.
Not a good idea. We also did a little research, and we found actually in a news story that if a child younger than 14 is caught driving a golf cart, that child can be ticketed. That ticket would prevent that child from getting a driver's license at 16. The license could not be obtained until they were 18 years old.
Oh dear.
And in Florida, that ticket will be tracked across the entire country. These states communicate on traffic violations. So that's something to think about. Tom and Cindy from Crossville, Tennessee have a really important question today. We've been following the news story about residents complaining that the turnpike is too loud in their neighborhood. What is going to happen in that situation? We don't know what's going to happen. There is a difference of opinion. There's been a petition of about 200 people that want some kind of relief from that turnpike noise. And they want the villages to build a wall or plant landscaping or something. You can read it for yourself, just Google it. And there's another, even more vocal, and it looks to me like a larger faction that says, did you not know you were building your house or buying a house next to a turnpike? That you can't build a house or buy one next to a busy road that was there for years and expect it to be quiet?
Yeah.
I have mixed emotions about it. Because when you buy a property here, you may buy a lot, and on a flat diagram or map or paper, you can see the turnpike, But you may assume that they're going to have plantings or they're going to have a fence or a wall. And in the meantime, you're excited. You're going to move to the villages. You're going to play free golf.
Yes.
You're going to go to the town squares. Life is going to be so good. You're going to be in all the clubs. You're going to be dancing.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. And you just assume or you don't think, and then you build and you think, whoa, I can't sit on my back deck because it's noisy. That's the kind of thing you need to check before you move here. But I totally sympathize with you. And I hope it gets worked out peacefully. And I hope that everybody's happy. There's some absolutely wonderful homes down there that border the turnpike. And if you can't enjoy it because of the sound, it's just going to be on your nerves. Good luck to all of you on that. Let's pause for Viewer of the Week. This week's Viewers of the Week are Jose and Maria Guzman. We met them a couple of years ago, probably.
It has been.
Wonderful people. You saw her picture on Shoutouts last week. She went and bought some of the same fashions that Linda has. But Jose is a coffee maker. What do you call those guys? Coffee makers?
Barista.
Okay. He gets his own coffee beans, does his own mixes and roasts, and
Yeah.
he's given us more than a few batches. Thank you,
Yes,
Jose.
there's the
And that is not
latest.
why you're Viewer of the Week. You're Viewer of the Week for being such a nice couple, and we really enjoy getting to know you. But we have other Viewers of the Week this week as well. You can see the slide there. We're going to celebrate our top fans this week: Scott Thompson, Carol Diamond Madigan, Mark Harris, Gary Wade Barentine, and Melissa Mooney Kaiser. Thank you all so much for watching.
This is from Craig. No parking spaces for carts at the squares. My wife and I go to the squares a lot, and it seems there are fewer and fewer spaces for carts. Tonight at Lake Sumter, over 90% of spaces were taken by cars. Is it just me?
I don't think it's just you. There are full-size parking spaces all around the square. But you can park 2 golf carts. You park one on the left, one on the right. And that allows easy in and out for people that may or may not know each other. But right now, you're talking about this past week. It's been hot.
Yeah.
People at 5 p.m., the very hottest time of day,
Right.
they want their air conditioning, their automobile
Their cars.
to the square. And that's why they're parking there. These are people that other times might park behind the stores and walk to the square.
Yes.
But it's hot, so they'll park right there. So it's not just you. I think there are more cars there because of the hot weather. But on the flip side, in the winter, you've got the snowbirds are here. It's crowded. It's no easier.
No easier.
If you really want a spot up close in your golf cart, you best get there by 5 o'clock.
Earlier than that.
Or go on a night with a bad band.
There's no bad bands.
This is another subject that I think we should do a show on.
Okay.
Ed Atwood writes, actually, he put Mr. Ed Atwood,
Mr.
but I hate to say Mr. Ed. Oh, horse is a horse, of course.
Of course.
As I age, it becomes increasingly more difficult to go about my day without using a computer to do a task that was always done by mail or telephone. We are not technologically savvy. Does the villages require you to do day-to-day tasks on a computer to reside there? The villages won't require you to do anything.
No.
But if you have a doctor here, they want you to deal on a portal.
Right.
They like you to make your appointments and check your medicines and request medicines on a computer portal. If you want to get the real benefit of the tea time system and play golf, you need to do it on your computer. Can you do it on the phone? Yes. Is it easy? No. But there are more and more things every day that require it. I tried to call a company I was dealing with today. No telephone. You must do it on a computer. And that's becoming the norm. They can get by with fewer people and just stick you at the back. Our doctor today, when I went to get an appointment, it said, we'll call you back 24 to 48 hours on the phone. 48 hours? They said, if you want immediate service, send us an email.
Oh,
Well, again,
my goodness.
Ed may not want to do the email. I don't like to do business like that. I like to call somebody and get them,
Yeah.
and that's what we're coming to, though.
Yeah. Well, I had the same situation on the telephone. I went to call and change my hair appointment because we had to go to the doctor's. And so I was changing my hair appointment, but I could not get a hold of anybody in person. It was all get online and try to get your information out. You're not coming. And I thought, did they get that information? Did they not? It was very frustrating. When I call somebody, I want to talk to somebody.
Bobby from Long Island writes, I've heard that as the manufactured homes in the original parts of the villages are sold, that you can buy them and tear them down and rebuild. Would I be able to pick my own builder or even build it myself? The villages is made up of lots of districts. You could not build your own home here where we live. But up in the original portions, those, what do you call restrictions,
Yes.
were made a long time ago. And they're under a different district, so they have different rules. Always check the rules within the district that you're talking about, because they may differ.
Yeah.
But we did check for you, and the unofficial word is, up there, Silver Lake, Orange Blossom maybe, you can pick your own contractor, as long as they follow all the inspection regulations and follow the building codes, that they can do that. And if you own the property and you do the same, we understand that you could do it yourself in those original sections. But as always, check it out for yourself.
This is from Steve.
You saw his picture a while ago.
Just in case it ever happens, what if I am 56 but my wife is not over 55 yet? Could we own a house in the villages? Let me know. Love you too, and Gizmo too.
Well, the answer to that is a huge yes, you can. That 80-20 means one member of the household needs to be 55 or older, and no one can be younger than 19. So you can definitely do that. And it's a smart guy that picks a younger wife.
What? You weren't talking. I really messed this up. Where are we going to start?
I'll do this. Me, 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 me.
Never giggle down.
The commissions here are sold by this, you're not. Dean and Julie from Taiwan
Wow.
wrote this question. It's amazing the distance that our show gets out. I love that.
That's incredible.
As a buyer, will VLS charge a commission when you buy in the villages? Okay, there's two ways to buy a house. One, villages properties need to be sold by a VLS agent, Villages Listing Service. MLS properties, multiple listing service, are sold by non-villages agents. The answer is no. A buyer does not pay a commission. The sellers pay the commission. And we understand it's 5%. I know outside the bubble, you can negotiate. I'm not sure if you can here. Probably not. But we had good experience when we bought our house, and we did not pay a VLS commission. And keep watching over there in Taiwan.
Thank you.
I'll show you a couple pictures of an elephant ear. That's a plant. It's actually a wild plant from tropical climates. In Indiana, check this one out. It's bigger than our grandkid. Those leaves were 5 feet tall. We brought that bulb here and put it out and nurtured it. It's a dud.
It did better in Indiana than it did here.
It grew better in Indiana, and I don't understand it. If y'all have any tips for growing elephant ears, let us know. I love those big ones, those huge ones.
They're awesome.
Yeah. You've been pretty good. You've gotten a little cranky here in the last couple minutes. He's ready to go. He said, when is it my turn? It's your turn. Take it away.
Do you guys have favorite songs? I have favorite songs. Most of my favorite songs are about dogs. Like Me and You and a Dog Named Boo. Remember that one? And, of course, How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? And the theme from Lassie. When they whistle, that gets me every time. When the kids are here, we sing Bingo, B-I-N-G-O. But my all-time favorite, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. Oh, I love that one. What's your favorite? I waited and stayed up all night trying to figure out where the sun was. Then it dawned on me. Dawned on me. I told my girlfriend, you draw your eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised. The best time to add insult to injury? That's when you're signing somebody's cast. Have a good week, everybody.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Yeah.
You always do a good job. We're in the process of working up a really good show. Do I have enough money to retire? And what you want to know maybe is, do you have enough money to retire here? We'll answer a lot of those questions. And hopefully that'll be our Thursday show this week. If I get it all done, we'll do it. Please keep those questions coming. We love good questions. Send them to villagesnewcomers@gmail.com and we'll try to get them on the air. We try to use all the questions that we feel are pertinent. Don't get your feelings hurt if we don't use your question. Just think of a better question.
We want to thank you for watching us today. If you liked our video, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. And you can even check us out on Facebook.
Our Facebook has been fun lately. We've been adding a lot of little things that we can't put on YouTube, and I really enjoy interacting. We can pop in photos and little videos and things that we just can't do here. So thank you all. And if you're there and you follow our page, you'll be notified whenever we post something new on Facebook.
Mailbag Monday.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button. Until next time,
See you when you get here.